All right, we are here. Look at it. We're here on this, the Austin Kelly Show. And my guest today is the man, the myth, the legend, Chase Warren.
Happy to be here. Thanks
Look
for
at
having
you
me,
with your
man.
blonde locks, man.
Man, they used to be longer, bro. They used to be like almost down to my elbows.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Did I not have that at the two-turn shoot?
Did you?
I think
Is that more recent?
Oh, wait, no. Actually, no. I think I cut it like a month before.
A month before?
Yeah, I cut it in like March.
Damn, what made you cut it?
It was just getting too long, man. I just you got to switch it up every now and then.
I told you you're having the Austin Parker vibes now with the hair. And
Yeah,
the
I'm just trying to get
facial
like you, bro. I'm trying to get the pompadour going. That's the
pompadour
next
going.
step. I'm slowly shrinking my head.
So you chose kombucha,
I did.
the lemon berry flavor.
If you know, you know.
You know. Why this? Why kombucha?
I've just always been a big fan, man. I found it like when I was, I don't know, maybe like 17, 18. And just ever since then, I've just had a full-blown kombucha addiction, you know?
It's like a drug, huh?
It really is, dude. It really is. And it's also like a crowd splitter. So like if you like kombucha, it's going to be great. And if you don't, you hate it. So like I like to see, where people are at,
You know what's interesting? This is my first time.
Oh, I'm so
having
happy.
this.
I'm so happy it's your first time.
Yeah.
We get your reaction in 4K.
I'm losing my
on 3
virginity.
cameras.
My virginity, I'm losing my kombucha
Hey.
virginity. Or should I say kombucha?
I'm honored to take it, bro.
Okay. You want
I'm
cheers
so
to that?
honored. Cheers. Cheers to taking your kombucha virginity.
Yeah, kombucha virginity. There you go. Yeah.
Cheers.
Ooh, and it smoked a little bit. Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know it did
Whole
that.
experience.
There we go. So, kombucha. You say this is your go-to. So, do you carry this with you like on video shoots or just everywhere you go?
It's like a treat. It's not like an everyday thing. But if I'm gonna get a drink, like a beverage, like if I'm gonna be at the airport or something like that, I want a drink, I'm gonna get some kombucha for sure.
Do you drink alcohol?
I do.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's your favorite alcoholic beverage?
I mean, I'm a wine guy. I'm a beer guy. Like beer and wine, stick to those.
How do you hold
usually.
your wine glass? Do you hold it like kind of like how some people hold it like that, or
It depends, man.
pinky up even?
I'd say pinky up. Especially if I'm drinking kombucha. Sometimes I'll just pour it in a wine glass and just go pinkies up.
And it looks like you're probably drinking wine too.
Oh yeah, man.
If you pour it in a wine glass.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also, do you have your wine with ice?
Sometimes.
I've been told I'm crazy. for
Sometimes
that.
I do actually. Yeah, I've heard about that too. I'm like, well, who drinks their wine with ice? I'm like, I do sometimes,
I'm a big fan.
especially the sangrias. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Put ice in the wine with the sangrias.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah, I'm a wine guy too.
Yeah. You slap
What?
the bag?
Huh?
You slap the bag?
Not the bag. No.
No?
I have once. No, I have once. No. What's interesting is because on New Year's Eve, I woke up feeling like shit on New Year's Day. And I'm like, fuck, I need to take a break from alcohol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The sugary ones. That's the ones that get
It's
you.
the sugary ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah. His brother likes the sugary drinks, so.
Yeah.
No, but it fucked me up. New Year's Day, I didn't like how I felt. It took me literally, I think, all day to recover. And I'm like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. So I decided I've only had maybe 2 handfuls of drinks this whole year.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, hey, but
there you go.
that's going to change soon at the end of this year.
Dude, homie's going back on the wagon.
I'm going back on the wagon soon. Yeah, going back on the wagon. Oh, yeah.
Hell
So
yeah,
we got a
man.
lot to talk about with you, Chase.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, first I want to know your reaction to kombucha.
Oh, I already sipped it. It's really good. It's really good, actually. I don't mind it at all. I think the lemon berry choice was a really good choice. The
yeah.
watermelon one caught my eye though too.
Calling your name? You might have to try it, dude. It's crazy. They have a giant selection.
I was kind of overwhelmed. Like, what the fuck? I didn't know there was this many of kombucha flavors. I was like, damn. Okay, what flavor does this guy want? And then that's funny that Martin said the same thing. He's like, lemon berry.
Hey, lemon berry.
Lemon berry.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. There you go. We got a lot to talk about, Chase.
Hell yeah.
Actually, what were we talking about? You wearing a bunny suit? Before we started filming.
We were talking about how the first time Austin and I met was before we knew who each other were.
Oh yeah, for the
But-
2-turn music video.
Yeah, so we were
Corey.
shooting the 2-turn music video, and I handed Austin a bunny mask because I needed someone to just rage in the scene with a bunny mask on. and I found Austin, and I said, "Hey, take this on and just go crazy."
Yeah.
Because it was like everyone in that, it was like a house party scene. Everyone's getting hyped.
It's called Two Turn. Come on.
It's called Two Turn, man. And it was getting Two Turn, and the bunny mask was gonna make it even more turn, you know. So had to do it. But yeah, and then after that scene, a couple days like later or something, like I was like, oh, I've seen your show before and stuff like that. And yeah, and then
we didn't talk that much though during the
that was
video
our only interaction, was me handing you a bunny mask.
Yeah, and I did mention like your name gets brought up a lot, and that's why I'm like, okay, let's bring this guy on the podcast, and now here he is. You know what? Okay, this just popped in my mind actually. You know what's funny? Speaking of your name getting brought up a lot, and I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Do you? And speaking of the Two Turn video too, do you know Darcy?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
Darcy.
We had breakfast like I think a month after that, or like a couple weeks after that, and I'm like, yeah, like I just went to this video shoot for The Color, and she's like, The Color 8, why does that sound familiar? And then she was looking through her phone. I'm like, oh, do you know Chase? I'm like, yeah, he was there. And she's like, yeah, he invited me. I'm like, no way. Like, why didn't you come?
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah,
Darcy, Darcy.
Yeah, she's the homie. Yeah,
dude,
I don't know, because I was like first name, last name, but like
yeah.
I only know one Darcy, so
yeah, exactly, yeah. So she's living in LA now too. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
she's
yeah.
right out there.
Yeah, I'm like, how come you didn't come? She's like, oh, I had other plans, blah blah blah. And I think Ashton invited her too.
Dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I for those music videos, I always just like go through them like, I want just like people who are gonna have a good time. I'm just gonna get everyone there, everyone get in the crowd, and everyone go crazy. And a lot of people came through, and it ended up working out really well.
It was funny. She was like, it's funny. She's like, I got a professional like looking invite, and then with you, because I told her like, yeah, I just got a text or a call from Cal saying, hey, come the fuck through. We're doing a music video. I'm like, okay, I'm there. So it was like two different type of invites.
Yeah, for sure.
It was pretty funny.
Time.
Yeah. So tell us about Day Trip.
Day Trip is well, it started out just because me and my friends were always just making music videos, and we would travel a lot because we wanted to get out of the valley, because a lot of locations in the valley have been used in music videos, and so we were just trying to get out of the valley and going to like different areas and stuff. And yeah, so we were going on like day trips to make music videos, and so
that's the name of your.
Yeah, it's the name of my production company. So yeah,
you just came up. Videos. Like you've always had your own production company, but you just came up with the name, right?
Yeah. Recently, I've always wanted to like have a brand associated with the videos that I produce and I direct. So now I do, and it's on YouTube, and you can check it out.
There you go. What was the first music video shot under the Day Trip name?
I think it was the first one was Joey Gutos, Where's She At?
Okay,
yeah, it was like a Halloween party, detective sort of storyline video. And then the next one was Rent Free with SorryX. And then it was Two Turn, where I met Austin Kelly.
Was Rent Free? Yeah, where you met Austin Kelly. Was Rent Free with SorryX? There was like a fence involved. Yeah. Was it like it was at nighttime?
Yeah, it was. It was on Super Bowl Sunday, and we had to get like a bunch of emo kids out to Painted Tiger in Glendale, and the traffic was just crazy. It was like against all odds, but we got all these kids out to Glendale.
Super Bowl night in Glendale. Damn.
Super Bowl night in Glendale. Yeah, everyone said it couldn't be done, but we did.
How was the traffic?
The traffic actually, I don't know. They were saying it was gonna be like completely just like fucked, but we actually. It really wasn't too bad, and we had a bunch of people there, and I thought it came out great.
How is it working with SorryX, by the way?
It was great. Yeah, that's the homie. I've been working with her for a long time. Yeah. She's one of the first artists I started working with, and she came up to Flagstaff when I was still living there, and me and her just shot like a quick run and gun video out in the forest for one of her songs. I think it was called Sinking. And then she just started booking me for all of her music videos, and I think we've done like 4 or 5 now. But yeah, she's the homie.
Her song that she did with the Wrecker, Betrayed.
Oh yeah, that song's sick.
That's a good track.
Yeah,
that's an amazing track.
No, yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
she's great.
Yeah, I recently had Wrecker in here, and he's such a cool dude. He's such a cool little dude.
Hell yeah. Yeah, that kid goes hard.
Have you ever met him?
Yeah, actually, I just met him backstage at the SorryX show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, cool. For the first time.
Yeah, was that at the Valley Bar?
Yeah,
I think it was at the Valley Bar. Yeah. Yeah, he's so cool. He's so mature for like his age.
Yeah.
Like when I was talking with him, I'm like, oh, I'm forgetting I'm talking to a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like very mature for his age.
Hell
Yeah, so you've worked with a lot of artists. We've already talked about SorryX. And I'm just going to go down the list of like local artists you worked with. We've already mentioned a little bit of the Color 8, but like from your experience, what is it like working with the Color 8 in general?
It was great. That video was such a fun time. Like, yeah, it was just kind of ridiculous because it was like the concept of the video was an underground foosball tournament where people are like placing bets and stuff like that. It was just
there was a referee involved too.
Yeah, and then Burr was just like blowing the whistle the entire time. It was just ridiculous. But I love those music videos where it's just like fun, you know, and everyone was just like having a good time and stuff. But yeah.
So did you come up with the idea of the video?
Yeah, I think there. So I live at This Modern Studio house, and Sean, the guy who produced Two Turnt, had like just finished the beat, and like with Cal and Emmett were in the studio, I believe. And so like he called me, he was like, "Hey man, like come back to the studio. I want you to hear this song." And so I came back in the studio and they played me the song, and I was like, "Okay, yeah, this shit is sick. Like we're gonna make something cool to this." And they're like, yeah, just let me know if you have any ideas. And so I came up with like the foosball thing. And then it was supposed to kind of be, because they had talked about, they wanted it to kind of be like what's that movie with like the big house party?
Is it a Project X?
Yeah. Project. They wanted it to be kind of like a Project X kind of vibe. And so that was kind of like the inspiration. And then like it turned into like a Project X foosball tournament thing. But yeah, it was definitely like we both kind of just came up with some ideas. And
so do you? So when you listen to a song, does the artist hit you up usually, or I assume, right? Like if they want you to help direct for their music video?
Yeah, it's always a little bit different. Yeah, sometimes it happens like over the course of like months or years. Like if I hear a song that I'm like really into, or I hear an artist that I like want to work with, I'll DM them and be like, hey, you know, you want to work? Let's work on a music video or something. Would love to, you know, work with you in some sort of capacity.
Because I assume when you listen to a song, you have visions in your head of like what you can do regarding a music video, right?
Yeah. So it's always a little bit different. Sometimes like I'll make the first sort of I'll stoke the fire and try to, you know,
just light
get
it up.
that going, and then sometimes people will hit me up, and you know, it's always a little bit different. But sometimes people have ideas, sometimes they don't have ideas, and they want to hear what I want and stuff like that. So it's always just kind of a little different.
Nice. Yeah. So SorryX, Color 8, Izzy Mahubi.
Izzy Mahubi.
I got the last
Shout out
name right.
Izzy.
Mahubi. Yeah. What's it like working with her?
She's dope. She's super dope. Yeah. I think we've done like 4 videos. We've done a lot of videos in the short period of time that I met her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're on video number 4 or so. Yeah, it's always a good time. It's always a different project too. She has a really unique and diverse sound. So yeah.
She's definitely come out on her own lately, like within the last year.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Especially after signing with Rude Records.
Yeah, she's killing it.
Yeah, so yeah, she's very talented. I can't wait because she's only 19.
Yeah, something crazy.
She's gonna
like
be
that.
growing and just learning a lot. Like I can't wait to like see her growth and like how much she like skyrockets.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't seen her live yet though. I need to see her live.
I haven't either.
You haven't either? Yeah, I've been wanting to, but
now that I'm back, I'm gonna have to go to all the shows.
Yeah. This Modern. With Marcus with a C.
Marcus, my boys. I like 5 minutes ago, not 5 minutes ago, but like 10, 15 minutes ago, and I was leaving there practicing in the living room. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So you live not even that far from here?
Well, I live pretty close to here, but I live probably like 15 minutes away.
That's why you got here before me.
But yeah,
we live in Gilbert.
Oh, for real?
Oh yeah.
How do you like it?
It's pretty far. It's all right. We're not going to be living there after our lease is up in a couple months, but you know, I think Gilbert's just more. A lot of the places in Gilbert, it's more like you're going there to settle down. You know, like almost like soccer mom type vibes.
Hey.
Beautiful area. No, it's beautiful area. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of beautiful soccer moms, but I mean,
For sure. If that's your thing.
yeah. Lauren Case, you've worked with her. What's it like working with her and Austin? We'll throw Austin's name in there too. Austin
Yeah.
Jones.
All the above. Those
Yeah.
guys, like, the scene here is amazing. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many talented musicians here in Phoenix, and yeah, it's awesome working with all.
How long
those
have you
guys.
known Austin for?
Pretty recently, I think about a year. I met him at the shoot for Lauren. Yeah, I met him at that shoot for Lauren, and then we started working together on some stuff. And yeah, he's dope.
He's a wizard on the bass, man.
He's a wizard.
He's
That
a
man is
wizard. I
on
think he's
everything.
literally a wizard.
Yeah, I think he is too.
I think that's why he's grown out his hair the way he is.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look in his closet next time, see if I can find a cloak.
Yeah. Or maybe he'll have a bunny suit too, though. Who knows?
He might, dude.
You say you have
He'd be
two-
stealing my style.
You have 2 bunny suits, don't you?
I have 2 bunny suits. Yeah, I got 2 of them. We got them for a music video for Sundressed.
Sundressed.
Or wait, I have 3 of them. I have 3 bunny. I own 3 bunny suits, Austin Kelly. And I wear them on occasion. You know, whenever I'm.
I used to own a banana suit and a hot
Feeling
dog
it.
suit, so I mean, there you go.
There you
Not
go,
anymore.
bro.
You said a funny story. You went camping, right? And all you had was a bunny suit to keep you warm.
Oh yeah, dude. I was in Joshua Tree with my brother because we're on a climbing trip.
Yeah.
And it was so cold, and the winds were just insane. It was like 80 mile per hour winds, and it was just in the Joshua Tree desert. It was cold. It was in January, and I was so cold that I had the bunny suit from the music video. I think it was in my top box. So I was like freezing in my car, sleeping, and I'm like, oh my God, I need to break out that bunny suit. So I go out of the car and I jump up into the top box, grab the bunny suit onesie, and I'll just pull it up, jump in my sleeping bag, and like just try to like suffer through the night. Then I wake up in the morning and I'm just kind of chilling with a bunny suit at my campsite.
You weren't wearing the actual mask though, were you?
I wasn't. No, I should have.
Could have kept your whole face warm, you know.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
Where is Joshua Tree at again?
I think it's like a 6-hour drive from here. It's on the way to LA, basically. Yeah.
I asked Izzy where you guys shot that music video for. It was out in the mountains. Where was it? It was outdoors.
That was Flagstaff, I believe.
Was it Flagstaff?
Yeah.
Yeah. For what's the name? What's the name of the music video? Where she's running. She's running behind the car.
Oh, that was a different one. Yeah.
Was that a different one?
So we went to Flagstaff for one of her first music videos that I worked on, and then for the most recent one, it was called How to Run. And we shot that one out closer to Four Peaks.
Okay, yeah, I think that. Yeah, is that the one where she shoots her friends?
Yeah.
She shoots her friends at the end. I asked her, hey, have you ever like actually shot a gun? I was like, no. Like,
yeah, yeah. That was definitely like stretching her comfort zone with the whole like shooting thing, but we made it work.
Did you come up with that idea for her?
Yeah. I was like, it's gonna be sick. Like you'll shoot him dead, and it'll be like a thing.
And then in the end,
Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde. In the end, shot. She was like,
Yeah.
So what is it like just in general working with a lot of these artists? Just in general, like, what do you like about it? What do you like about it? What you do?
I love it, man. I love just the ability to constantly be getting inspiration from so many new people who are really creative and are thinking of ideas in a way that I don't, and being able to collaborate with a lot of these artists. You know, it's great. Constantly working on new projects, constantly working in an environment that, you know, inspires creativity and inspires you to keep pushing on.
Yeah.
You know,
You got any new projects coming up?
Yeah. This summer has been like really crazy. And I just went out to Virginia and shot 3 new music videos. And I'm really excited about those ones. I just finished the rough cut for the first one today.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah,
There you go.
I'm stoked on that. And then I got another music video coming up here pretty soon. Working out some like back end stuff for
There you go.
for the next batch of projects. So.
Nice. And you do more than shoot music videos. Like you film for festivals and all that fun stuff, right?
Yeah. It's this whole summer has
Concerts.
been really crazy because I've been gone so much that I haven't had.
You've been
as
gone
much
pretty
time
much
to
this whole
focus on.
summer out of Arizona.
Yeah, since May basically.
Yeah.
It's been pretty crazy.
What is it like doing the festivals for you?
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work and it's a lot of sacrifice to like go and do all the festivals, because when I was doing It's for Lovers Fest this year, I was content managing the whole thing. So I would be basically like, I'd have a group chat with like all the photographers and all the video people, and I'd be like, all right, you go to like stage 4, you go to stage 2, whatever. There wasn't 4 stages, but like I would just be like, you go to like this stage, you go to that stage, you go to, we need people there at the dunk tank getting footage of that and stuff like that.
Are you there all day?
Yeah, and it was
Oh, damn.
all day, and it was 10 dates throughout the whole summer. And then some of them were like back to back. So I would go and shoot all day, and then I'd be like editing at night on the road, and then wake up the next morning and shoot it all again the next day.
Nonstop, huh?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. And then I was working in music videos to that routing too, and then there's some crazy long nights.
Let's talk about the time where you first filmed a festival. Because I heard on Mars podcast that it was for Rich the Kid, right?
That was a concert, yeah.
And that was the concert. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you snuck in.
We did, yeah.
You're like, we did. No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah, well, it was like student security guards. So we just walked in with our camera gear, and we told them that we were going to go get the passes. And then we just walked past them, and they let us on stage.
It's just how you, it's just going in with confidence.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, also when you have like a camera on your hand, like you look pretty professional.
Oh, yeah.
So like it's all about the way that you carry yourself in those situations.
What kind of camera do you have?
I actually just got a Sony FX3, but I've been shooting all the festival stuff on 2 A7 IVs.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So.
How many cameras do you own?
Well, I got the 2 A7 IVs. Bobby, my manager, he has one of them, and so I take his camera all day.
Okay,
just use that.
Nice. Yeah.
But yeah, then and then I used the Tamron 17 to 28, and the 28 to 75, and those are my money
your
makers.
babies.
Yeah,
Your babies.
exactly.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, I assume it's hectic, like doing the festivals, being there all day. What are some of the artists that you've worked with directly for the festivals that you've done in the past?
So for the festival tour this summer for It's for Lovers.
Yeah.
It's for Lovers Festival. It's thrown on by Hawthorne Heights. They're an emo band, and they do the whole festival. So they book all of the other bands and like throw this huge festival tour together. So it's a huge undertaking, a huge endeavor on their part, and I'm just there capturing all the footage for them, and that's been really great.
Do you have a favorite genre of music that you like to listen to, or is it just everything?
I'm all across the board,
all
man.
across?
Yeah, all across the board. I love hip hop. I love like pop music. I love, like EDM even.
EDM, yeah. EDM can go hard, man.
It can.
I haven't gone to a rave in so many years, though. I can't remember. I can't even tell you the last time I've gone to a rave.
Yeah, some wild shit. That's the shit that you got to wear the bunny suit at.
I know. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. You got to wear a bunny suit at those raves. Have you gone to a rave recently, or?
Yeah, actually, I just went to Ursa Major up in Flagstaff. It was super cool. Good time.
Yeah. I feel like a rave in Flagstaff would be fun.
Oh, it's dope.
Just Flagstaff in general.
Yeah.
Good
vibes.
You didn't wear the bunny suit though.
Dude, I should have. What am I doing? I have 3 of them. I could have given you one.
I know.
I could have given a stranger one. We could have just pulled up.
We could have went together in the bunny suits with the bunny masks on too.
Oh man, blown opportunity.
Are they gonna come into use again sometime soon?
Probably, man. Yeah. Every time I walk past my garage, I see him, and I'm just like.
You look at them in the morning.
Tonight's the night.
Tonight's the night. And then you mentioned day trip. I got to ask you a question, but not related to that, but related to the name. Have you ever day tripped?
Day tripped.
Have you ever actually day tripped?
Absolutely.
Like tripped?
I go on day trips all the time.
No, like trip.
Trip.
Like tripping, like you're tripping.
Yeah.
Middle of the day.
Yeah, I have some experience with psychedelics for sure.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Going to Joshua Tree, man.
Joshua Tree, that's where it's at. Do you do
No,
shrooms or?
yeah, I mean, yeah, I've definitely done I've done shrooms and stuff. Yeah, I think it's a great interpersonal experience that, you know, you can learn a lot about yourself from, for sure.
People told me, yeah, you should, like, if you're worried about it, like, just microdose. First, start off microdosing, because I've never done it. And they're like, start off microdosing. I'm like, the reason why I'm so skeptical is I already know how I am just smoking weed.
Yeah.
Like, my mind is weird when I'm high on weed.
Yeah,
It's
for
weird.
sure.
Like, I get, like, imagine it. So picture me high right now and we're talking.
Yeah.
It will be like I'm just looking right through you and I'm just kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
And I'll just be so inside my head thinking about just the most stupidest, unrealistic shit.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking in my mind in that moment that, oh, fuck, it's realistic, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe shrooms or anything else is probably not the best.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's all, you know, everyone's on their own path. So,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, everyone will figure out you'll know if it's right for you. If you feel called to it, then, you know.
Have you ever sipped wine after doing shrooms? Like the same day?
I haven't, dude. I've only sipped kombucha.
Kombucha. Hey, kombucha, we're taking a healthier route tonight. Kombucha.
We are, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you got the lemon berry.
Well, you told me, hey, let's get the lemon berry. I'm like, all right, let's do it. I've never tried this before. I'm all in.
It's the move.
I told you in the chat, because you were like, so what's your vibe? I'm like, oh, no, I get whatever the guest gets. And then I told you, yeah, this one time someone wanted vodka cranberry at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I'll do it.
Hey, man.
I mean,
power move.
It is. I'm like, okay, I've never done vodka at 11 a.m. or any time in the morning like that, but that was my first time.
There you go, man. Hell yeah. Start your day off right.
Yeah. Janine, if you're ever down again to do that, come on, and maybe not vodka, maybe something else, maybe more kombucha. Because I had to drive right afterwards for work, so I was like, I had to tone it down for that. So, what do you like to do? What are your hobbies outside of filming? What do you like to do outside of filming?
Outside of filming, I really enjoy I like keeping my mind in a constant state of kind of creating or just, you know, active. So I really like to go rock climbing.
Oh, nice.
And I like to make music. And other than that, I mean, I got some other hobbies, but those are definitely like the two big ones that consume a lot of my time, for sure.
Rock climbing.
Yeah. I like...
do you do that like often, as much as you can?
Yeah. I try to as much as I can. It's hard when I'm traveling, but when I'm back, I try to go as often as I can. And then other than that, I'm also like a huge comedy fan.
Ooh.
Like I love comedy movies and I love stand-up comedy and stuff like that.
I recently saw a stand-up comedy show at the Gila River Casino. Gila River Casino.
Yeah.
Do you know who Craig Ferguson is?
Yeah.
You know who Craig Ferguson is?
Of course. I just watched Hop to Time Machine.
Yeah. Not him. Craig Ferguson, he's a late night host.
Oh, did I just fuck that up?
Yeah, you fucked it up.
Fuck. Craig Ferguson. Yeah. I know who that
he
is.
used to be a late night host.
Yeah, I know who that is.
With the talking robot.
He's like the flirty guy, right?
Oh, yeah, he's the flirty guy.
Yeah, okay.
He's just so confident.
Craig Robinson, that's what I
Craig
thought.
Robinson, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
No, but Craig Ferguson, he was so funny. He was hilarious. It's just, he's so quick.
Yeah.
And it's funny, he even mentioned during his stand-up, like, oh, people with a Scottish accent, they think we're drunk all the time just because of how we talk. Like, But he's been sober for 20 plus years, which is crazy.
Hell yeah.
He said he had to tone it down. He said, and it's a true story, he woke up riding a motorcycle.
Damn.
How do you wake up riding a motorcycle?
That's next level right there.
I don't know how you. How is he alive? First of all, that's a legend right there. He woke up riding a motorcycle, and he had a passenger behind him.
That's badass.
Oh
I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah. You know what? Cheers to Craig. That's like a dream guest too for me to have.
Hell yeah.
He's
quick.
He's quick. Like it
Yeah.
would be amazing to have him on at some point.
For sure.
What stand-up comedians do you like?
Man, like the classics.
or even actors, comedic actors?
Well, I gotta say, Jack Black is
Uh-huh.
Black is my guy, dude. I'm such a big Jack Black fan. Like
Yeah.
all of his old movies, like Nacho Libre. I quote that probably like 5 times a day.
Nacho Libre.
Bro, I swear. Like me and my brothers call each other Choncho. Like it's
What's your favorite quote from that movie?
Nacho
Nacho.
de luchador. Or
That's
actually,
that's a good film.
Anaconda squeeze. It's a good one.
That's a great film, though. I haven't seen it in a while. That's a great one.
It's so good, man.
Any
It's
other
so good.
comedians you like, actors?
Dude, yeah, I'm a big Dave Chappelle fan.
Can never go wrong with Dave Chappelle.
Dude, yeah, he's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Just I got a assorted taste.
And assorted
Yeah,
taste.
I'm all across the board with stand-up comedy too.
When was the last stand-up comedy show you've been to?
Dude, I don't know. I just like watch it on
Yeah.
TV. I haven't really gone to too many stand-up comedy shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Bob Saget?
Bob Saget.
Full House?
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know,
that
man.
guy.
Dude, honestly, I'm not super familiar with Full House.
But you know who Bob Saget is, right? The dad from Full House.
Nah.
No?
Or I know who he is, but I'm not familiar with any of his work outside of Full House.
No? Really?
No, I'm not.
Like, he was known for being, like, pretty fucking raunchy on stage.
Yeah?
Well, he passed
I gotta-
away, like, 2 or a year ago.
I gotta check it out. That
Yeah.
surprises me because in that show, he seems like
I know,
he's
just a
like-
loving...
just like a loving father.
Yeah.
Just like a role model.
Oh, yeah.
you
He
know?
would cuss on stage, say some raunchy-ass, like, sexual jokes all the time.
Hell
Think
yeah.
of, like, do you know who Howard Stern is? Howard Stern's not a comedian, but, like, Howard Stern says some raunchy shit on his radio show.
Yeah.
But that's Bob Saget on his stand-up comedy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that shit.
Oh, yeah. I think the more raunchier, the better.
There's a line when it's being raunchy for raunchy's sake. It's like, all right. But like, if it's funny and it's raunchy, it's like, all right.
And if it's tasteful, it's like, if it's a tasteful raunchy, you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Love a good tasteful raunchy.
Tasteful raunchy, yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So let's talk about you growing up. You're not from here, are you?
No.
Where are you from?
I'm from Eagle River, Alaska. So-
Eagle
River.
River, Alaska.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir. Small town.
Kind of a difference between Alaska and Arizona.
Yeah. That was the plan.
Yeah, when did you move here?
About 3 years ago now. Yeah.
What the fuck? Damn.
Well, about 5 years ago, I moved to Flagstaff, and about 3 years ago, I moved here.
Okay, yeah.
So, or no, 2 years ago.
So why did you move here?
For the music scene,
the music
to
scene?
make music videos.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So you just thought, oh, Arizona, they got a good music scene. Did you just like,
Well, I went to college in NAU for a little bit,
oh, gotcha.
and then because of COVID, I dropped out because I just wasn't feeling the whole paying full price for an online education thing.
I've never gone to college. Uh,
Yeah, well, yeah. You don't need to. But yeah, so then I just kind of made the move down here because I was coming down every weekend just to shoot music videos and stuff. And I was like, well, I'm already down here every weekend.
so when you were living in Flagstaff and then you came down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I dropped out and moved to Nashville for a little bit, moved back, and then just started like balls to the wall, just like DMing artists in Phoenix and trying to get,
Did you like
trying
send
to-
them like your resume, like the work you can do or what you have done?
Not really. I'd
No?
just be like, hey, do you want to make a music video? Like,
They'll be like,
pretty much.
sure.
Yeah, pretty much. Because like on Instagram, your profile is like your resume already.
Oh,
So it's
that's
like if
true.
they're interested, they can just like go scroll and see is like, okay, this guy has good work. I'll
Like
work
you've
with
done
him.
this video, you've done, yeah.
Yeah,
so-
exactly. And then like once I got a couple under my belt, then the work started coming in. And
Nice. Were
Yeah, I
you
moved down
nervous when you first helped an artist for a music video?
yeah, for sure.
Who was that artist? If you could-
So the artist, it was a rapper up in Flagstaff, and I remember just this feeling of like we got on set and I had like everyone ready, and I just remember this feeling of like not knowing what to do for the first shot.
Oh, shit.
And I was just like, fuck, dude, like what do I do? And literally like
was he relying on you for like the whole visual and everything?
well, yeah, because it was like it was like there was a few of us just trying to make it, but like nobody had anything to say, and like it was kind of like my like vision and stuff for like what to do. So we're at like the skate park, and then I had this feeling, and then one of the extras who was like a skateboarder who just happened to like be there was like, "Yo, it'd be sick if you followed a skateboarder in and then go into like the shot of the performance shot." And I was like, "That's a great idea."
You're like, that's
and
cool.
then like, "Thanks for taking the pressure off." And like after that, then I was like, "Okay, cool. Like I can do this." And then just kind of started
that like kind of just
getting in the groove. Yeah, I was like, "Okay,
groove.
cool. Like good idea." And then like we all kind of just like started coming up with ideas and started making the vision come to life. And yeah.
What have you learned since that time, from when you first filmed your first shoot to like just now? What have you learned throughout that process?
A lot, man. It's been 3 years of constant learning. Always trying to get better, always trying to, improve upon the shoot before. And I feel like the most important thing for me has been like just preparedness. The more work that you can do on before the shoot is going to make the shoot go so much smoother.
Oh yeah.
So that's really that's been like the main thing for sure.
And I'm sure you learn a lot from just the artists themselves, working with them, like
from the artists,
picking
and then
their brain,
just working in the film scene here. There's so many amazing people in the film scene.
How would you describe your style?
Man, I would say story based for sure. I really love story based stuff, and I just feel like telling a story in a short like 3-minute music video is just a really fun challenge, because you can't really like get too into like character development and all that. You kind of just have to focus on like what the story is. So you kind of have to get to the point and get to the shots. Like all the shots like have to have a point, and so it's a fun little challenge.
Yeah, I noticed that too, especially with Izzy's music videos. There's always a story in her music videos, like very story based.
Yeah, and even if there's not a story, really, like with the 2 Turnt video, it's like, all right, they're like they're doing this underground,
Like you get the point.
Yeah, it's like there's a little bit of a story here. It's not just like it's not just another music video where people are rapping to the camera.
Yeah,
it's like there's something going on here that's like visually interesting and makes me want to continue to watch it.
Yeah, that was a great night. Yeah, I left, I think, around midnight or something like that, maybe 12:30. What time did you guys finish filming that night? Because I think you guys were still there past midnight.
Yeah, it was a long night. I think we probably got done around 1 or 2.
Was it your idea for the car scene too?
I believe so, yeah. Yeah, I think I just wanted some exterior shots to kind of match the interior shots with like the lighting and stuff. And I just thought it would be cool to have like an old school car. And
So you talked about who you've already worked with. Who would you like to work with? Future collaborations that you'd like to work with?
Man,
I'm pretty sure there's so many, but
I haven't even really thought about that too much.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know. That's tough. I would say like, I don't know, if I'm in the position where I'm working with like just bands who are in the top of the industry in some sort of capacity, that would be really sick. And just like bands who are cool to work with, just like really.
You prefer
fun.
like working with a band over just a solo artist in a music video?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter too much. I enjoy the bands because like the bands already have like a little bit of chemistry together, and so like there's
like, more heads to bounce off of too for ideas.
Yeah, for sure. And sometimes that can be, more like stressful, but for the most part, like it's good because there's like more cooks in the kitchen, more people to please. But for the most part, like it's been really chill, and but man, I don't know.
I'll throw a name out there: Tinashe.
Tinashe.
Do you know who that is?
Is that like nah, I don't.
She's an R&B artist, Tinashe. She's the one that did that song with Schoolboy Q. I love to get to remember that?
Oh, sick. Yeah.
Sick, that's sick. Her. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
She's an independent artist now too. Like she was glad to, leave her label and just go independent.
Dope.
And she's in LA.
Dope.
So,
hell yeah. That's sick.
I feel like you could do something cool with her. She's very creative.
Yeah. I love that kind of music too, like that style. I like that groovy stuff.
Would you ever? I wanted Lauren to do a music video for My Guy. I feel like
That'd
she
be
needs
dope.
to do that.
That'd be dope. It's a great
Yeah.
song.
Would you? Obviously, you would. You would help her with that if she needed
Absolutely.
to. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
There's so many ideas. Just even listening to that song, I feel like that could come in a music video.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Or actually, you know what? I will put a name out there. I would love to work with Electric Callboy. Do you know who those guys are?
Electric Callboy.
Electric Callboy?
No.
Oh my god, bro. They're insane. They're like I think they're a duo. But they're just like ridiculous. They're like a metal pop duo. And like their metal stuff, like you think it's like a pop song, and then all of a sudden the dude just does like pig screams, and it's just like insane, dude. It's so insane. But their music videos are fire. They're super fire, and they're super funny, and they're charismatic. So
It's amazing how some metal vocalists could just scream, especially how you just mentioned the pig screams. Like,
oh, dude, it sounds just like it.
it's insane, or like a demon scream almost.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Especially when they're performing live, they've had to like have the mic out like farther out, so they don't.
I'm always so impressed. Just like,
Can you scream like that
Absolutely not. I wish.
with your bunny suit on and
Dude,
bunny mask?
I wish, bro.
Running
I
around
wish.
in the forest,
There's a big market for that, you know.
Yeah.
Screaming bunnies. I heard it's
screaming
pretty
bunny
big. Could
in
be
the
the
middle of
next
the
big
forest or at a rave. One of the two.
Could be the next big
Do you have a
thing.
crazy rave story?
Nah, not really.
No?
I've only been to like a few.
Oh. Do you have a crazy camping story?
Camping story?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in Alaska, we used to go backpacking all the time. So I remember one time we were hiking to get to an abandoned plane crash.
Oh.
And it was a 2-day hike. And the entire way up, it was in a rainstorm. And then we woke up the next morning, and it was like completely sunny outside. So we're like, all right, we're going to be good. Not going to, not going to be able to, we're going to be able to beat this weather. So we hike up over the mountain, and we get onto the glacier. And like we go and we explore the plane crash, and it was sick. And then all of a sudden, like the fog rolls in, and like we turn around the fog. There's just a wall of fog coming, and it swoops up the entire glacier. And me and my buddy, we can't even see, like, from me to you, we couldn't even see where the ground on the ice. Yeah,
So it was a thick ass fog, huh?
it was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we're running off of the glacier. I have one crampon on. He has the other because I think one of the crampons broke or something on the way down. So we're running off with one crampon on each foot, slipping on the other. And we're jumping over crevasses and like running in the middle of like this hailstorm to get off of the glacier.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was insane. We run off and then we hike up to the top of the mountain pass. We're able to make it. And then we get up to the top of the ridge, and then the weather completely clears off.
Whoa.
And we see the whole valley, and we're like, that was fucking insane.
Were you guys scared or just?
Yeah, I mean, I was pretty freaked out. I was like, man, because when we were traversing the glacier on the way there, my buddy had fallen and like he was just walking, and he busted through the snowpack and fell and started sitting on a crevasse.
Oh damn.
Like, yeah, it like wasn't a huge one, but like still, it was like sketchy.
Yeah.
Because like you really don't know what's underneath all the snow sometimes.
Have you ever gotten hurt camping at all, or?
Not really. Not too bad.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you wear the bunny suit to protect you, right?
You got
It's like
to,
your
man.
armor.
You gotta have it strapped at all times.
Yeah, it's strapped at all times. It's like your armor, man. You know.
Yeah.
Imagine you guys being in the fog and both you guys having the bunny suit on in the fog, just like.
That would be a sight to see. I'm gonna shoot a music video with that concept.
You should. See,
Yeah.
we're already getting visuals
Let's do it.
for that. Yeah.
You gotta help me though. You gotta be in the bunny suit. You gotta be the hype man in the bunny suit.
I was already that once. I don't mind doing it again. Let's just make sure it's not hot this time. No, it was crazy because when I had the bunny mask on, yeah, it was hot. But then also I have glasses, so I didn't take off my glasses, and I was jumping up and down, and my glasses were like this. So I'm like, fuck, I need to take off my glasses. Yeah. And then when I took off my glasses, I'm blind. I can't see shit. So it's like, okay, like I still need to be hyped and go crazy, jump up and down, whatever. But it's like, okay, I can't see who's in front of me. I can't see if I'm going to like jump on someone, or if I can't see if I'm going to land on like some equipment. Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, I got to be careful now. But nothing happened. I'm good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Again, though, if you ever need me to wear a bunny mask, I'm all in.
Dude, I got you. You're my bunny mask guy.
And there you go. Yeah.
Be the hype man.
Who's the guy that was the referee again?
That was Burke.
Burke.
Yeah.
I think that was my first time meeting him too. I met a lot of people for the first time there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good crew.
Yeah, good crew. How'd you link up with the Color 8?
Well, I had known them for a little while. When I was like going on my DM rampage, I remember DMing Cal and we had like a really quick phone conversation. It was like one of the first people I DM'd, and it was super awkward because I was just like, it was like my first phone call, and I didn't know how to like cold call and stuff. And I was like, hey, like, you want a music video? And he was like, yeah, like maybe, like, you know,
Yeah.
and stuff. And it was like kind of awkward and stuff. But then like we just kept like seeing each other in the same circle, like at shows or whatever. And then they know Sean because Sean's my roommate and he produced Two Turnt and stuff.
That's right.
And
yeah.
so yeah, I remember walking back and then I heard the song for the first time and. Yeah.
And that's where it all came together.
Yeah, that was the fruition for Two Turnt.
There you go. That was the fruition. Do you have any plans what are your travel plans going into next year? Like, what's your plans for 2024? Let's just go there.
A lot of stuff.
Where do you see Chase Warren in 2024?
Well, there's a lot of stuff kind of being talked about right now. But I definitely want to keep doing this. I want to keep making music videos in Phoenix. I want to travel more. I want to go overseas and do some videos over there. And work with some international artists. I think that'd be really sick.
Ooh, yeah.
But yeah, just keep doing my thing and yeah.
Just keep doing your thing and just stay consistent as hell with it, you know?
That's the goal, man.
That's the goal.
That's the plan, for sure.
Just keep grinding 2024. I feel like 2024 is going to be a great year. It just has that vibe.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, 2024 for everybody, really.
Yeah. Yeah, things are looking up.
And maybe you'll be collaborating with Tinashe in 2024.
maybe, or maybe Electric Callboy.
Electric Callboy.
That'd be sick. And then
Shout
you can
them
do
out.
the
Shout them out
screens.
right now to that camera. Electric Callboy.
Hey, Electric Callboy.
You're like, hey, Electric Callboy.
Let me direct your next music video, bro.
And then Lauren for my guy. Got to do it. I actually realized the names. Chase Warren, Lauren Case. It's like Warren, Chase Warren, Lauren Case.
Holy shit. That is, yeah.
It's like backwards, though. So Lauren Case.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
That's a Sudoku of a thing. I
Yeah.
don't even know. Somebody's going to make like a rap bar about that.
Chase Warren. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta somehow put that in a diss track or something.
Who would be the diss track, too?
I don't know.
All the Austins out there.
I don't know.
Austin for
Nobody can make a diss track about Austin. He's the sweetest human being in the world.
Besides the audio problem for she talked about that too. She's like, oh my gosh, I was so mad.
I wasn't even tripping about it. I was like, yeah, bro, like you just make the song again, send it to me.
Oh yeah. Literally, I think I literally went through everything. I mean, you do portraits, right? You used to do portraits, like take pictures of people?
Yeah, I still do it. I just don't post as much. But yeah, I did portrait photography for a while. I used to work in a portrait studio in Flagstaff, and yeah, so I've.
Do you still
been doing that for a while.
You haven't done it for a while?
Well, I haven't posted it for a while, but I'm always taking portraits. Like of all the bands that I work with, I'll try to sneak in a portrait or just like my friends or whatever. So yeah, I'm always working on that. That was like the first business that I had really started was.
I remember I was scrolling and then I noticed, there's portraits on the bottom of your Instagram feed. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like I was taking senior portraits for all my classmates when I was going to high school and stuff. And yeah, that was
you were
like
the hookup.
Yeah, that was like my first like business endeavor. So
yeah, you were the hookup for the senior portraits.
Yeah, I was.
So what's the most difficult part about shooting music videos? Is there a difficult part about it for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're really long days, and then also like really long editing days. It's a lot of work to put together a music video. But I don't know. I'd say the most difficult is probably just the day. Probably the day of.
Just the day of?
Yeah, because there's always so many things that could happen. Like for the Two Turnt shoot, the guy who had the car, he like wanted to leave a lot earlier than we had thought that he was going to be there for.
Gotcha.
So we're like, oh shoot, okay, so we have to stop shooting all the indoor scenes and we have to shoot that outdoor scene right now. And then we need to like match the lighting from the shots where they're getting into the car for the shots that we get later. And it was like a whole thing. But yeah, there's just always going to be like a million things that can go wrong. And if they can go wrong, they'll probably go wrong.
Because it was like a time crunch too for that guy, right? It was
Yeah.
a time crunch. Everything felt probably pressured at that.
Yeah,
time,
so it's all about like overcoming the hurdles and keeping a clear mind while doing it. And yeah, I'd say that's the toughest part. Is just the day of. It's hectic, you know. The rest of it is kind of just you know, it's the creative part. It's like figuring out the idea, and then it's like, okay, assembling the crew, and then you know, just editing it. So yeah.
Have you ever helped shoot a music video before and the music video just never came out or just didn't work out?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. It hasn't happened. I remember like when I was first working on music videos, I would shoot a couple videos and I'd be like, oh, I'm just not happy with this, you know? And then like I would send it to the artists and they would like post it or whatever, and it just like wouldn't be it. But
you don't want your name attached to that?
Yeah. But as far as like just, I don't know, projects not coming out, I don't think that's actually happened. I think all the projects that I've shot have come out.
You just weren't satisfied with the few that did come out. Okay.
Yeah, that can definitely happen.
Yeah. Did you ever feel that vibe too, like in the middle of shooting it? Like as you're shooting it, like, oh, this kind of isn't it, and
that has happened to me. I've definitely been in the middle of shooting it and just like pressured for time. Like back when I was first starting, I remember this was happening. Like my first time being on a set where I was like directing a music video and I wasn't happy with the lighting, and then the lighting guy was like happy with it, and there was just like stuff like that, or like the extras weren't, you know, acting in the way that I wanted, you know, and it's sometimes it's just tough to, you know, make some of those things happen, like when you're just starting out and you don't really have a budget for a music video and you have like this big vision for it, but you don't have the budget to pull it off. And so I feel like
you gotta balance the vision with the budget.
Yeah, I will say that like when I was first starting out, that was probably my biggest thing, was being too ambitious for the budget and just trying to do too much for what I could realistically pull off. And then I was like reaching for the stars on a video that it didn't come out the way that I wanted it to because I wasn't able to execute it.
That's what led to the disappointment.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like, I don't know, it's tough because it's like I learned so much from those moments where like I mess up and then I'm like, okay, well next time I'll be more realistic. You know, but yeah, those are definitely some of the moments that like stick with me as like big learning moments.
There you go. Hey, that's some of the things you've learned during that process, or during
sure.
the process of when you first started to now. Yeah,
for sure.
Huge.
Yeah, I think for like people who are really interested in shooting music videos too, that's a good piece of advice, because I feel like a lot of times it's like the ideas are so like grandiose and so big, and it's like, I want to do this, I want to like, you know, put them in a spaceship, VFX, green screen, and like have all this stuff, shoot it on a red camera. It's like, okay, what can we realistically like, do?
afford and do, you know?
Yeah, like let's get creative here. Let's figure out what we can outsource, figure out what we can actually pull off. But yeah, and then also just work on the projects you want to work on.
There you go. Yeah, maybe you'll start doing your own music soon too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Have you released any?
Not as like a solo project, really. Yeah.
What kind of music is it that you?
I produce all kinds of music. So I worked on a couple of This Modern songs, and yeah, kind of like in that vein of like pop punk, and but I've produced EDM songs. I've produced lo-fi stuff. Yeah, I'm all across the board.
You're everywhere with it.
Yeah, kind of the same as like with the music videos. I just want to work on stuff that inspires me at the time.
Imagine you producing EDM, like fucking crazy EDM beats with a glass of wine in your hand. You know?
Glass of kombucha.
Yeah, glass of kombucha too. Yeah.
Hey man,
get the mood right for that.
Hey man, that's a vibe.
And then it's the opposite with the lo-fi. With the lo-fi, you'll have vodka or something in your hand.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you ever had vodka early in the morning?
Vodka early in the morning? Nah. If I was ever in like Russia or something, I'd have to do it,
Yeah.
Just be like, all right, this is...
Wait, why Russia?
That's where vodka's from.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah.
I did not know
Right?
that. I think, right?
I don't know. Might have to get fact checked. Yeah. I'm pretty sure vodka is like a Russian drink, so I don't know.
Oh,
I feel like I would have to. I have to go on a big like vodka bender in Russia.
Any last words, Chase Warren, before we end this podcast?
I don't think so, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
It was nice meeting you finally.
Yeah, it's
well,
great
we
to
met
hang,
like barely at the Color 8 video, but this is our
great
first time
to-
actually like talking and
Yeah, absolutely great to actually hang and stuff. And
How many podcasts have you been on?
A few. I did Harry's. I did Marcus's back in the day.
He told me about that while he was on mine. He used to. God, what was the concept again? He had drinks.
Yeah, he had like a drink. It was happy hour with Marcus.
Yeah,
He'd
happy
have a
hour.
drink and ask you questions and we'd, like make a drink together and stuff.
Is there a video out on that?
I think so. Yeah, it's probably on his YouTube channel.
I need to find that. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty. It was a good show.
Yeah. He said if he ever starts it back up again, he would have Lauren on it because she loves to make cocktails.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and he's
Hell
like, hey, I'll have you on if I start doing it again.
Hell yeah.
Does Marcus has his he does his helps out with this company that does like vaping, like it's a company for smoking and vaping called Sauced, right?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how often do you smoke?
I don't really smoke anymore too much.
You don't?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of like you. Like I get paranoid and stuff. So like, every now and then like I can, but for the most part, I'm perfectly content with just being sober, like
That's
having
good.
a beer or something.
Yeah, like that's the same with me too, especially after waking up feeling like shit on New Year's Day. I'm like, I'm content, for special occasions, maybe having a beer.
Yeah.
I don't think we've smoked this year, have we? Or have we? I don't know if we did. Maybe like once. And it was like maybe once. We have this Volcano. It's like a vaporizer plastic bag. Do you know what that is?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it like
so.
connects, and then there's a nozzle connects, and it's like vaporizer, and you
Yeah.
can set the temperature, and the bag just expands with the smoke in it.
Oh yeah.
I think that was the last time we probably did something, but
Nice.
yeah, but no, I don't smoke anymore. Really, I can't do edibles because that messes me up more than the actual smoking, and then the drinking.
Yeah, you'll get fucked up on some edibles.
Yeah. But I am going to be drinking with Prime Society this Friday, so
Nice.
just one beer. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Just one
Yeah,
beer.
I've talked about doing a video with those guys too.
Oh yeah, they'll be
Yeah.
great to do a video with.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Might have to do one soon.
Yeah. Well, on that note, Chase, when you get home, look at your bunny masks, bunny suits.
I'll think of you.
Think of me when you do it, and if you can, maybe one of these days we'll both wear them and then do some crazy shit.
Hell yeah. Sounds like a plan, man.
All right. Well, thank you for coming out. It was a fun time.
Dude, thank you for having me, bro.
You got the Austin Parker vibes, Austin Jones vibes.
Oh, man, that's a compliment.
That
if
is
I
a
ever heard one.
compliment. Yeah.
That is a compliment.
Well, thank you for coming out, Chase.
Yeah.
All right. Until
bro.
next time.